Lara and Castano fight to a draw. What's next for both men? We get to that next. Please like and subscribe. Help us hit 10,000 subscribers. Leave us a comment below. Welcome to another episode of Sunday Morning Champion. Some good action this weekend. We're going to dedicate this episode to the Erislandy Lara versus Brian Castano fight that went down at the Barclays Center Saturday night. Good fight, really good fight. Bull versus Matador type fight. We scored the fight for Erislandy Lara. Castano looked good. We want to get into both fighters. I want to spend most of the episode, though, on the Cuban icon, Erislandy Lara. We scored it for him 117-111. We know that there were a lot of close rounds, but come on. Castano did not win that fight. Maybe you could get it to 114, but that's if you're giving Castano every single close round. We scored the 3rd, 4th, and 11th for Castano and gave every other round to Lara. I thought Lara controlled him. I thought he landed cleaner shots. I was able to walk him around the ring for the most part and keep him at bay. Castano was on the aggressive, coming forward, attacking him. He did land plenty of clean shots. It's not like we thought the fight was one-sided or a blow. It was a very close, very competitive fight. But it's just Lara won the fight. You know, it's tough. I'm gonna look forward to seeing the scorecards. I hadn't seen the scorecards yet. I want to see what rounds were agreed upon and what rounds were given to Castano, because I just can't see giving him 7 rounds. He didn't win the 12th round. Guys, go back and watch the 12th round. And I know the judges scored for him. I think all 3 of them scored for him. I know at least 2 of them did. No, all 3 of them did. So go back and watch that. Lara won. Again, I scored the 3rd, 4th, and 11th. Like Castano scored every other round for Lara. There were other rounds you could find for him. The 5th, the 6th, and the 12th. If you gave all those rounds, if you gave the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 11th, and 12th, then you get to a draw. There are no more rounds you can give to him. So the most you can get is 6. Again, the problem is if 2 of the 3 judges give him every single close round and then 1 extra one, you know what I'm saying? Like, why? What is Lara? And I don't think it's corruption. I don't. Because there's no reason to score a fight for Castano over Lara. It's not like he has some huge name appeal, he's some huge A-side with some huge upside. It's not. So I'm not calling corruption. What I'm asking for is, why don't the judges like Lara? Why don't they like his style? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it the judges are looking for that Lara doesn't do, that the judges don't like? And I had this conversation with Bernard Hopkins later, and he had 2 decisions with Jermaine Taylor where he won. I had another decision. The draw he had. Who was the draw against? Pascal. Fights I thought he clearly won. That went the other way, and that seems to be happening to Lara now. Again, I'm a big Lara fan. You tell me how you guys had it scored, but I thought he controlled the action, especially those mid to late rounds, starting at 7, 8, 9. I thought he ran the table. I thought the 6 was close. I gave it to Lara. But I mean, it's just tough. I thought the fight was changing after the 4th round. I thought Castano was back in control, but then I thought Lara just stepped up and won the fight. I thought Lara took 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 those mid rounds, 10, and then the last 2 were close, and I split those. But I don't see how everyone scored the 12th round for Castano. He applied a lot of pressure, but Lara landed the better shots. He really did. A lot of the shots Castano landed were nullified. They were smothered by Lara. And I'm not a fan of holding, but they're going to let you get away with it. Lara needs to hold on the inside with that guy. Lara could have made it much easier if he would have just tied Castano up on the inside when he was up against the ropes. Because Lara can outbox him all day. Now, I want to get into what's next for Lara, and then we'll do Castano after that. Look, Lara's washed. I'm a big fan of Lara's. He's one of my favorite fighters. His best days are so far behind him. His legs just... Remember his legs against Canelo? Remember his legs against Paul Williams? His legs are just not there anymore. Now, he can still beat guys, the Castanos of the world. Look, I had him beating Hurd, as most people did, 114-113. That fight, there was a swing round. It was 114-113 either way. So he fought a drawish fight with Jarrett Hurd, who we have on our pound for pound list less than a year ago. So look, it's not that I think Lara stinks now or that he's no good. He's just not as good as he once was, which I think was the quintessential boxer. Quintessential Cuban boxer. Look, he's still really good. He's just not near what he was a few years ago. I saw a little slowdown in the Gachet fight, and then, which I think was like October of 2017. I had to check that. And then with the Hurd fight and this fight, his legs just aren't the same. I still think he can be dangerous, but why? What's the point? You know what I'm saying? He could probably beat Tony Harrison, but Harrison's going to get thrown to Charlo, and then the chance will be Charlo, Munguia, and Hurd again, which means he can't beat those guys. So his chance of getting a title at 154 is not looking good unless Charlo and Hurd move up. Then they could probably get him a strap. He'll probably fight Castano next. Again, I don't know. I like Castano. I thought he fought well. I think he's fighting in the wrong weight class, and we'll get to him next. But look, Hurd can still beat all the B-level guys. He can. And I think he won this fight. But he can't beat any of the current champions. So why is he... And he sure can't go up to 160. Because them boys is big at 160. He ain't gonna beat Canelo. He ain't gonna beat... And I thought he beat Canelo in the first one. But now Canelo is bigger and stronger, and Hurd is worse. Lara is worse. So Lara ain't beating Canelo at this point. And I thought Lara beat Canelo convincingly in their fight. And I thought Lara beat Paul Williams, too. But, obviously, the judges who didn't think he won got suspended. That'll tell you what... You know what I'm saying? That'll tell you how bad those scorecards were. And I don't want to say Lara was robbed in this fight, although this was close to a robbery. And he wasn't robbed against Hurd. That fight was... either 6-6, which means that Hurd wins by a point, or 7-5, which means Lara wins by a point. That fight was really good. I had it 114-113, which is what one of the judges had. The other two had it 114-113. No problem with that scorecard at all. The 115-113 for Castano, I don't understand that. So I need you guys to tell me. The 114-114, if they gave him 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, and 12, I can get there, but you don't think Lara won any of those rounds? 5, 6, and 12, you don't think he won any of those rounds? Really? That seems weird. The 7-5 for Lara is closer. I still think it was wider than that, though. I know they were close rounds, but let's go back and watch it. And let's keep score. Because Lara did more. He landed the cleanest shots. He controlled the distance. He controlled the range. He made Castano walk into his shots. He set him up perfectly. He timed him perfectly. Again, he should have tied him up more. But this is the third horrible. Look, I don't want. This is a bad decision. I don't think it's necessarily. It's not the worst decision I've ever seen. It did end in a draw, and you can work out a draw if you give all the close rounds to Castano. But why would you give all the close rounds to the same guy? I think Lara should be undefeated. We can talk about the Molina fight, which was on Friday Night Fights back in the day. Perhaps he lost that fight to Molina, and that's fair. If he's lost any fight in his career, if you show me the draw, and the two draws, and the two losses. The 3 losses, and you say, hey, which fight did he lose? He lost the Molina fight, All 3 of his losses I thought he won, and I thought he won this fight. So he's got 5 decisions that he didn't get, right? He should be 4-1 or 4-0-1. I was fine with the Molina decision being a draw. I thought Lara won rounds in that fight. I thought it was very close. But he should be no worse than 4-0-1. 4-1, maybe 4-0-1 of those 5 fights, and somehow he hasn't gotten any of them. So I'm just wondering what these judges don't like about Erislandy Lara. The Paul Williams fight was a joke, but they found no corruption. The Canelo fight, there's always one Canelo judge that has it way too wide for Canelo. That's just the way it works. But still, I had that fight 9-3, I think, 8-4 or 9-3 for Lara. I had the Paul Williams fight 9-3 for Lara. I had him winning the Hurt fight, and I had him winning this fight. I had this fight 117 with Lara. I had this fight 9 rounds to 3. Again, I'm not understanding what these judges... Look, Lara's not a guy who holds. He doesn't run. I mean, you could say he ran against... But he didn't run this fight. He fought beautifully, going backwards, and then late in the fight was walking down Castano. I don't know. I would like to see if Lara could come down to 47. I guess that would be too much for him at this age. But at 154, he's done winning world titles. And that saddens me to say, because I never thought his career took off like it should have. Could you imagine where his career would have been if he would have gotten the benefit of those, if he would have gotten the decision side, if he would have gotten the decision over Hurd, if he would have gotten the decision specifically over Paul Williams really early in his career and Canelo, he would be a Hall of Famer. No question about it, those names on his resume. Unfortunately, it didn't go that way. So where he goes from here, I don't know. But he got avoided like the plague for so long. And now, can he fight Andrade? I don't think he can be Andrade at this point, but who knows? Again, I didn't think Andrade was going to be big enough to fight at 160. Andrade looks fine at 160, so maybe I'm making that same mistake with Lara. But let me know what you guys think about Lara, his performance. Leave your thoughts, comments. I want to get into Castano because I thought Castano looked good. I thought he fought really well. I think he's got a future. I think that future's at 147. He is 5'7" and not particularly big. Right? You look at the guys at 54, and I like the way he fought. He can't fight Jarrett Hurd. Jarrett Hurd will eat his shots like cupcakes. Jarrett Hurd will stop him. Jamal Charlo's too big for him. Munguia will eat his shots and knock him out. He's not big enough, and I know says he had trouble making 47, so he went to 54. Get a nutritionist. Get yourself down to 47 because you could have success at 47. 54, them boys are too big and you're too small. And this is like a theme I'm seeing with Argentine fighters. Maidana could have easily made 140 for the rest of his career. He went to 147. Lucas Matisse was a tiny 147 guy. He could have stayed at 140 and didn't. Sergio Martinez was fought at 160, fighting over his head at 160. He's clearly a 154 pounder, and they've had success there, right? So I mean, it's worked to him. Except for Matisse, it's worked for a degree. But is there a reason why Argentinian fighters don't like to cut weight? I'm not trying to sound funny. I'm asking a real question. Do they know something that we don't know? Carrying their strength, because most of them are a pretty good puncher. I don't think Castano has a ton of pop, but. What am I not getting? Because look, if you look at Castano, he's no bigger than Keith Thurman. He's not bigger than Errol Spence. And those guys are fighting at 47. And they can't go to 54. Sean Porter, his build is similar to Sean Porter's. And that's a career 147 pounder. And those guys are staying at 47 because the dudes at 54 are just way too big. Right? So what's he doing there? He's got to figure out a way to get down to 47. Because you guys think he would have any success against Jarrett Hurd? No. And it's not a knock on him. It's Jarrett Hurd's too big for him. Unless he's going to wait for Jarrett Hurd to move out of the division. But still, look at the size of Jamal Charlo. Jamal Charlo's 6 foot tall. Jamel Charlo is 6 foot tall. Jamal Charlo, this guy is 5'7", and not built that much bigger. So he's giving up 5 inches to Charlo. Come on, it's too much. And Munguia is 6'1". Can't beat these guys, and it's not a skill thing; it's a size thing. But let me know what you guys think. Were you impressed with Castano? Do you guys want to see him again? I want to see him again, but I want to see him at 47. I mean, would you guys want to see him fight Keith Thurman? I would. But let's see where that goes. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts, comment, and one other thing. I've been signing off on this show for a very long time, from Texas to the world. Paulie Malignaggi's new podcast that starts on Monday, I believe. Might be Tuesday. I'm pretty sure it's Monday. Which I like. I'll listen to it. I like Paulie. I think he gives great insight. Has stolen my tagline. His show is called From Brooklyn to the World. I signed this show off, all my shows, from Texas to the world. Come on, bro. If you want to take my lines, that's fine. But really, ask me. I just said yes. Go ahead, take it. Just give me a shout out. You're more famous than I am. Give me a shout out. Come on, Paulie, you can do better than that. Anyway, for Sunday Morning Champion, this is 3D Boxing from Texas to the world, signing off, saying thank you and God bless.
Enjoy 3D Boxing vlog videos? Show us some love by clicking the like button. Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3dboxingvlog.com is also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.